at the sideburns.
What was up with that?
It was the 70s.
It's almost like Elvis.
Elvis always had good burns.
He did. Well, that was a great opening. Welcome to another edition of the Live and Kickin' On Location. I am here with Pat Travers, the legendary rock and roll legend of all time,
right.
giving Canada a good name, I should say.
Yeah, I would think so.
And by the way, happy belated birthday.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, for April 12th. Today is the 30th, end of the month.
Yeah,
I don't know when we'll be on.
So now,
the air, but I love
I'm wondering,
your lights.
aren't those great?
I'll talk. Tell me what you want to know.
Well, I'm wondering, what made you decide to settle in Florida after going to London and trying that out?
It really just kind of became home by default because I left the UK in the very beginning of 1978, and we just had a tour that went on for like 3 or 4 months. So I didn't have any place to live. I basically just lived in a hotel, and then we were going to record another album in May or June of that year or whatever, and so we decided to go to, I wanted to record in Miami, and so we were there for 2 or 3 months, and that I got a car in that time and a bunch of stuff, and just all my stuff was there, and it became home by default, and so I ended up living in South Florida for 2.5 years, and then came to Central Florida because it was much quieter.
And centrally located.
And centrally located. In fact, centrally located. Yeah.
It's a great place to be.
I love Central Florida. I've been here now for 30 years.
And that's why you're on my show, a Live and Kickin' On Location, because I only interview local movers and shakers in our area.
All right. Well,
yeah. When I found out you were going to be here, I was so excited because I have a CD.
Yeah, look at this.
Check out those sideburns.
Yep. This is the record company, which was Polygram, which is now Universal. And what they did was, this is the best of Pat Travers. They took a photograph from, this photograph was lifted from the third album I did for them, Putting It Straight. And it's a great photograph. Sideburns and everything. Those are sexy sideburns. But
just like Elvis.
Yeah, except I didn't dye mine. But, anyway, so they put which was cool and everything, except when it came to autograph it, because it's so black, and they just took this one little picture, and
made it hard.
I had nothing to say with the songs. Of course, you've marked it on the back here.
But we'll have to have
But
you
anyway,
sign
there
off
it is.
that.
I will sign it because
Definitely.
I have a silver marker.
Oh,
So
great.
you'll be in great shape.
Great.
Yeah.
So now I researched a lot about you and noticed that Jimi Hendrix, Jeff Beck, Eric Clapton, and Jimmy Page influenced your style of guitar playing.
Yeah, them and several other guys, but yeah, that's a good cross.
And what was?
I mean, look at the just in every one of those guys you mentioned, and there's probably 6 or 10 others that were just as influential, and they all happened at the same time. It's the whole outliers.
Well, I was
thing.
surprised to see that Eddie Van Halen wasn't on that list, or is he on the list?
As an influence to me, I think Eddie did. I don't know. He brought this effect, which is just an effect, called tapping. Which he wasn't the first guy to do it, but he was the first guy to do it with a Floyd Rose whammy bar and really overdriving this attitude. And it was just an effect. And he didn't do it all the time, but everybody then started to copy him, but just that effect and just that tapping thing. That tapping thing got so out of control, and it could be taught to monkeys. Not to diss-add Van Halen, because when the way he used it, it was great. It was an effect, and it was effective because he only did it when it was needed to be played. But then along came all these guys, and all they could do was tap. They tap and do dive bombs with the whammy bar. I don't even have this one set up, so it'll go.
Well, that's neat. We have this special effect here.
Yeah, well, that's a...
That sounds just like
There you go.
this. Okay, so you really like the guitar. That's great. It's neat that you found your
Yeah,
passion.
who is that? Is that Lisa? Is that, no, ask who it is.
Hey.
Who, no, is it Lisa?
No, it's one of the girls. Hold on.
Yeah, I know, but she's blonde. Where is she? Lisa, is that you?
No. No.
Hey.
Monica Travers?
Yeah, that's my wife. I'm Pat.
Oh, yeah, just like in the VIP room, like the security lady just said that she needs her for some reason. So.
Okay, I haven't seen her because she left. She's in the venue somewhere. She's the best looking lady. She's got a silverish, blue turquoise dress on. No, she's about 5'4", 5'5".
Her hair.
She's got dark hair.
Dark. Yeah.
Silverish.
Silverish, light silverish dress.
Okay.
Yeah, she's got silver shoes and a silver handbag.
Okay.
But a little teeny one, little cocktail one. Or
I'm
whatever,
impressed.
you
Usually guys don't know that stuff.
know? Well,
Okay, so we'll have to edit that part out, right?
no, you want to leave that in. That's reality TV. You can do whatever you want.
Okay,
It's digital.
so Pat, it was with the band Merge that you were noticed by the 50s rock icon Ronnie Hawkins,
Yeah.
and you began performing with him. What was it that you learned from that experience that persuaded you to go after your dream of having your own band?
It's funny. Of course, I'm on the I have my Facebook fan page.
I joined it.
You did good.
Yes, I did.
And I haven't been able to spend a lot of time interacting this week. I've been very busy, and but I got from a friend or a guy I don't really know actually, but he posted a photograph of him and somebody else with Ronnie, and Ronnie's now an old man and he's had cancer, so yeah, life has been it's been hard for him, I guess. But anyway, I answered back and said, Ronnie it's a shame that more people don't really know who he is. I certainly never heard of him.
It sounds like he kind of discovered you.
Well,
got
in
you-
a way, you'd have to say that, because
Yeah.
he was a big deal in not just Toronto, but in Canada in general.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was from Arkansas, and he always wore a big hat and smoked a big cigar and had a beard, talking, and he would say stuff that was so funny. He said, "Boy, it got so high, I could go duck hunting with a rake." And it was like all these outrageous things. And he was rockabilly. So he had a song called Mary Lou, well, I'm gonna tell you a story about a Mary Lou, Mary Lou. It's almost reggae, isn't it? But anyway, and then we would do Chuck Berry, and we would do Bo Diddley, and a lot of other stuff, and so I was only 20 years old. He had seen me play at this club in up near Ottawa where I lived, and he said, "Hey, if you're ever in Toronto and you're looking for a gig, give me a call." So I gave him a call a couple of weeks or whatever later, and he said, "Well, son, kid," he called me kid right off the bat, because I was a kid. With real long hair and real skinny, kind of like what I am today. But,
You're well preserved.
okay, I've said that about myself. Yeah, I have. So he said, "No, I don't have a job for you." I went, "Okay." So then this previously mentioned band called Merge, which is kind of unfair to those guys in the band Merge. They were a bar band on the bar circuit just like we were, or I had been. Only they were a little more straight-laced and business-like, and they had daytime guys as used car salesmen and accountants and things like that, which the guys I'd always played with, we lived, breathed, slept, ate rock and roll and music. We had 5 guys living in a 1-bedroom apartment, I mean, that's where I was used to it. So I joined these guys because I needed a job, and I knew them all. They were all very nice guys, friendly, and the songs that they played, although they weren't original material because that wasn't popular in the bars that we played in, they wanted you to, they wanted you to be a human jukebox, basically, which was good because I learned how to play so many different genres of music and different styles, including with Ronnie Hawkins, this rockabilly. And at the beginning, he gave me a stack of 45s, old records, and by artists I'd never heard of, and he said, I want you to not only play these songs just like the guitar player, but I want you to have the same sound too. And I'm like, no, I can't do that because, it's this real thin, But the thing is, that taught me how to play.
That's foot tap of music.
Yeah, and it taught me that there's a real feel behind that. It's not as simple as it sounds, And I would be playing what I thought was it, and he'd go, no, that's not right. And it was like, but he couldn't get any more specific than that, other than, no, that's not right. And we would rehearse. The other guys were much older. They were all like 10 years older than me, and they're much better musicians and they have way more experience. They did sessions during the day and, recording sessions for other people. And once again, I just lived, ate, and slept at rock and roll. And so, I got to learn how to do this, and I think it has helped me immeasurably. And that's before we went on the air here, we were talking about this online experience that I'd like to set up where one-on-one online through a webcam broadcast, but I want it to be really high quality. I would give a coaching lesson to another guitar player, or I don't know, whatever, and limit it to a small group of people because, quite honestly, having never done anything like this, I'm not sure how much of my time it'll take, but I want to custom tailor an experience. I think guitar coach, musical director, learning how feel works. You hear about what feel is and being funky, and being able to help people to feel and know, and maybe somebody just wants to know, I've always wanted to know some great blues lick,